You better get ready because the NFL is about to flip on its head with this new running back class that's about to hit the NFL. This 2023 stack of running backs is really going to change the way we evaluate the NFL as a whole for fantasy and all these teams in general. There's not really many running backs right now that are safe. A lot of older veterans, some of the younger guys might be impacted by this running back class. We've been waiting for this class for a few years now, and it appears to be a good 10, 20 running backs deep with talent. We're going to have top tier running backs, mid tier running backs, late round picks. All of them are going to have impact to the NFL game, and we are here to evaluate this. Today I'm going to go to like 10 or so running backs as a quick primer to the draft season to get you guys ramped up. Let me know which running backs you're looking forward to in the comments below. Also, I'm not going to be able to hit all the running backs today because there's so many, and I really just want to start things off. I've been thinking about doing this video for a few weeks now, so let me know if there's a running back that I didn't touch on today that you want me to cover in the future, because I'm going to be pounding this running back class like crazy these next few months up until draft season and past that to get you guys ready. So if there is a player you're interested in, let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I'm going to get you ready for draft season, and I got you for your fantasy football needs. But the big running back that everybody's looking into this season, everybody's been waiting for these last few years, considered the generational talent of this class, and he is really, when you look at the statistics, you look at the highlights, just what he does on a week-to-week basis. Bijan Robinson, junior running back from Texas, and everybody knows about this guy in Dynasty Fantasy Football. Everyone's been trying to get the 101 in rookie drafts for 2023 just for this player here. We've been waiting for him since his freshman year, since we saw those highlights of him doing backflips, catching footballs in practice going into his freshman season. He's listed at 6 foot, 220 pounds. He's elusive. He has burst, big play potential, dynamic receiver, footwork, agility for days. He was a major 5-star recruit coming out of high school. There's not enough good things to say about this player. He enamors us every week. He seems to have a highlight in every game that just sticks out compared to the rest of the players in college football. He leads all running backs in college football with 87 missed tackles, has 1,906 rushing yards and 16 touches so far in the year, with 4.5 yards after contact per attempt. He has caught 60 passes on his career. Not only that, he's a dynamic receiver out of the backfield, has sticky hands, moves laterally well, very explosive, and gets you yards after the catch. When it comes to fantasy football, this is a player that has the potential to be a top-tier RB1 for years. There's another running back here that I'm excited to talk about. We've been waiting for him to come out for years. I think I have some videos of him on the channel, maybe some film studies or some profiles or whatnot from a couple years ago. But it's Jahmyr Gibbs, junior running back from Alabama, formerly from Georgia Tech. 5'11", 200 pounds is what he's listed at. And this guy has been balling for years. He's been balling at Georgia Tech, looking good at Alabama. He has good vision, burst, wiggle. He's a stout receiving back, dangerous in the open field. Started his career at Georgia Tech, but was still productive there. 1,206 yards and 8 touchdowns while catching 59 balls in those 2 seasons. Then he transferred to Alabama, and so far on the season this year, he's rushed for 770 yards and 6 touchdowns, caught 40 balls, averaging 3.33 yards after contact per attempt, with 11.4 yards after the catch per reception on his career, and 9.4 yards after the catch per reception this season. Gibbs has the potential to be a top back in fantasy just because he's explosive, catch the ball in the backfield, he's dynamic, he's one of those players with those receiving chops that can really propel your fantasy team to the next level. I have another hyper-athletic running back we need to talk about today. We've been waiting for him to come out as well. A lot of Devy gamers, Dynasty gamers have been paying attention to him over the years. There's a lot of debate on how to evaluate him for fantasy football or where to value him at, and I'm talking about Zach Evans, junior running back from Ole Miss, formerly from TCU. He's 6 foot, 215 pounds. You're going to catch him this year in rookie drafts due to Quinshon Judkins discounts. Judkins has been going off this season, but he's a 5-star prospect with size-adjusted speed, size-adjusted athleticism that you can't ignore. This size-speed blend could allow him to be a 3-down workhorse, an elite running back at the next level. If things go his way, we'll cover more on him throughout the draft season. How the NFL evaluates him is going to matter. His draft capital, how we value him in rookie drafts. So far, he has 893 yards and 8 touchdowns this season, 3.6 yards after contact per attempt, 11.4 yards after the catch per reception, and 3.1 average depth of target. So he's getting deeper targets downfield. I like him as a bigger back who's explosive, catches the ball a little bit, and I just want to see where he goes in the draft, how he's being valued here due to the production profile that we have on him. But when you watch him on tape, you can see the pop in his step, you can see the burst, you can see the speed along with his size, and he can really wow you when he's got the ball in his hands. I got another running back here for you today that when he gets the ball in his hands, he can wow you as well. He's also got some size-adjusted speed. I'm talking about Sean Tucker from Syracuse, a third-year sophomore or junior, however you want to identify him as, but he's 5'10", 210 pounds. He's team thick. We like them thick running backs. He's explosive, runs with some pop, gets some power after contact, can take over games. He was huge in 2021, but a little less productive this year with 4 100-yard games. He's on pace for back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 3.55 yards after contact per attempt, 62 catches, 10.7 yards after catch per reception on his career, and 8.2 yards after catch per reception this season. This guy can take over games. He blew up in 2021. Not having a bad season this year as well. He has good size, catch the ball in the backfield, can really be a home run threat. Also has the power to move the pile and really get you some yards after contact. A fun running back to watch. And with his production profile, along with his size-adjusted athleticism, he's another running back people are looking forward to in a 2023 NFL draft. And I have another running back prospect. He was a huge recruit coming out of high school. Everybody was excited where he was going to land in college. He eventually did. And we got the pleasure of watching him over the course of his collegiate career. And he's had some good highlights over the last few years. I'm talking about Tank Bigsby, junior running back from Auburn, 6 foot, 213 pounds, physical, tough runner, moves laterally very well. He's explosive, he's bursty, top end 4-star recruit coming out of high school, on pace for back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, averaging 4.4 yards after contact per attempt, and he also has 3.75 yards after contact per attempt on his career. He ranks 8th in college football among running backs with 57 missed tackles. He's also caught 57 passes on his career. You're looking at another running back with size, athleticism, and power who can hold it down between the tackles for an NFL team. Should get decent draft capital as well. Really going to be fun to see how the NFL evaluates him going forward. Now we're looking at a different type of running back. This running back excels in the athleticism department, can really change the game script for an NFL team. I'm talking about Devin Achane, junior running back from Texas A&M. He's 5'9", 185 pounds, but this dude has game-breaking speed. He can really change the game with just one run. He's so explosive with the ball in his hands. He's also a solid receiver. This season has 885 yards and 6 touchdowns, 8.2 yards after the catch per reception on his career, and 6.8 yards after the catch per reception on his career on the season. That means he can get you those yards after the catch. It makes him a dynamic receiving threat. His ability to catch passes out of the backfield makes him a fantasy football asset that a lot of people are going to be looking into due to his speed, burst, ability to get yards after the catch, then him being able to rack up them catches. Going to another running back here, really turned it on this season. He's a thick runner, powerful, decisive, smooth. I'm looking at Michigan's Blake Corum, junior running back, 5'8", 210 pounds. He's team thick. He has a hell of a work ethic, physical runner, has a good ability to read the flow of the blockers and the defenders around him, can really pick up the momentum of what's going on and read off that. Very natural runner, 1,455 yards and 18 touchdowns, 3.37 yards after contact per attempt. He has 10 catches on the season and 39 on his career. He's been very dynamic this year with 8 100-yard games. Can really take over. Is a big piece in Michigan's offense. I'm excited to see how the NFL values him because he's really turned it on late. He's a powerful runner. Can really do just about anything, can really help an NFL team between the tackles and catch some checkdowns out in the flat. Can't wait to see what he does at the combine. I can't wait to see how Dynasty gamers value him in rookie drafts. Here's another running back that I'm excited about. I've been paying attention to him over the last 4 years. Even before that, he was a big-time high school recruit, and now we get to see what he does when it comes to the NFL draft. I'm talking about Zach Charbonnet, senior running back from UCLA, formerly from Michigan. He's a 6'1", 220-pound hammer. He's physical, but he's a little bit elusive with some speed behind him, and he can also catch the ball in the backfield, has the ability to take over games. Started his career at Michigan during his freshman season, rushed for 11 touchdowns. The 2020 season didn't go so well, so he transferred to UCLA. There, he's posting back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. He has 4.28 yards after contact per attempt this year. He also has 33 catches so far this season and 70 on his career. He has been dynamic with 7 100-yard games. Charbonnet is going to be a riser. I feel like he's going to get higher draft capital than expected. He has the recruiting pedigree. He has put it on for 2 Power 5 programs, has the size, has some athleticism, can catch the ball. I'm looking at him as maybe a big-time riser this draft season. The last running back we're going to talk about today is a guy who really sold out this year, playing well, and I'm talking about Kendre Miller from TCU. 6 foot, 220 pounds. This dude is athletic. He's got burst. He's agile. He can cut on a dime, and he can really take over a game as well, just like any other running back in this class. And his size, blended with this athleticism, is scary good. He is like this year's Kenneth Walker, not a projection, not a comparison, but a comparison the way their careers went, how like they came out that final year and just went off. Kendre Miller's doing that as well. He has 1,188 yards and 4 touchdowns already on the season. In 2021, he had 623 yards and 7 touchdowns. So far this season, though, 3.68 yards after contact per attempt, forced 57 missed tackles, ranks 8th among all running backs in college football, and then also has 13 catches on the season. I love his blend of size, explosiveness, and speed. His ability to be a home run threat in open field. He's a dangerous running back who can really help his team at the next level. His athleticism really sets him apart from some of the older running backs in the NFL. This is just a quick rundown of the 2023 running back class. I will have a lot more on the channel on these guys going into the offseason, covering all the running backs. This is a lot deeper than this. We're just scratching the surface. I really wanted to just do a primer here just to get you guys ready, to get you guys focused on draft season. We're getting into Thanksgiving, and it's never too early to get started hammering out the rookie running back class, especially a class so deep and so talented as the 2023 class. This one compares heavily to some of the best classes that we've seen over the last few years. And some of these running backs are going to make an impact for our fantasy teams for years to come. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'm going to help you out with draft coverage. I'm also going to help you out for your fantasy teams going forward with rankings, waiver wire pickups, stashes, and all kinds of other content that I drop on the channel. But I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.